What's going on? Welcome to Ales and Strange Tales. We are your hosts,
Chris Moyers
and Dan Stickney. This is a new podcast where we crack open a beer or two and share our listeners' tales and experiences of the supernatural, paranormal, and just plain weird. Plus, we'll feature local folklore, interviews, and our own stories and adventures. So sit back, pour yourself a drink, and dive into the strange with us.
Welcome back to Ales and Strange Tales. And this is our second podcast. It took us a while to get the first one done, but we got all the kinks worked out, hopefully. Yeah. We'll find out on this episode. We have some more stories for you, just family stories, friend stories. We're still waiting for the number, right? We have a phone number we're going to get for them to call in.
Yeah, maybe, or just, I don't know. Just email
We're
us.
working on that. In the meantime, email us at alesandstrangetales@gmail.com.
That's a letter N.
Letter N for Ales and Strange Tales. Get the stories to us because we're running out and we need stories immediately.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have a few here. We're going to start out with Dan. He's got one from a high school friend, correct?
Yeah, actually got a couple, I wouldn't say friends, but
acquaintances.
Yeah, I went to high school with, I believe. Anyways, but
yeah, we got some of those. We're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna finish my cousin's submission, but we're gonna get to at least a segment of it.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear the rest of it.
Yeah, because this is when it gets juicy. I haven't read it yet, unfortunately. I was gonna read through these things so I can read it better, but I haven't had time. But in the future, I will. Let's present the beers that we're drinking. Dan, what are you drinking today?
Well, looks like we both brought the same beers.
We unfortunately we did get the same ones, and it is for me and Dan, Little Something Ale, Lagunitas.
Lagunitas.
Where is that from? Does it say on this?
Oh, they do. They got Chicago, I believe, even Denver, or maybe, or something.
I was thinking Denver. I have no idea why. I have no.
Oh, Cali,
California.
It's Chicago and Cali.
It says away smooth and silky. What the fuck does that mean? Away smooth and silky?
I don't know what away smooth and silky. Oh, it says IPA after that, but
away smooth and silky.
Away, it's away.
Oh,
smooth
it's
and
super smooth and silky.
That's that Cali talk. Hey, it's
Wow.
away smooth and silky.
Yeah, we're just fucking Midwestern peasants. We don't understand the special lingo in California, apparently. But it's pretty good. It's got some lady on there. It looks like she's selling cookies for some reason, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, we're not pretending to be beer aficionados, so we're not gonna be like, hey, yeah, there's notes of pine and sawdust.
Yeah,
and
rose
shit,
petals that soaked in pearls. I don't even know what the hell.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah, I grew up drinking Ice House, Miller Lite, and
right.
Just recently got into IPAs because the alcohol content is through the roof on some of these.
Well, yeah, this one's 7.5.
Yeah, so it's a lot better than fucking 3, whatever the hell I normally drink. But that's what we got going on here. We might touch on cryptoids tonight, right?
Cryptids.
We might edit that out since I'm supposed to know what the fuck I'm talking about, but we have that going. We don't have strange news yet. We're not going to call it weird news. We're going to call it strange news. Because we're Ales and Strange Tales. Unless you do have any. Do you have any strange news? I forgot to ask you.
Well, I don't know. I got some, I would say, crazy deal.
Yeah, you did tell me about it. Yeah, we might touch on that if we need to get some more time into this.
Yeah.
So I do have a bigger iPad. Well, I don't know what the hell it is. It's not an iPad, but it's bigger so I can read a little bit better this time around. That will help. But let's get into it, and we're going to start with Dan and the submission from
Kristen. I'm sorry if I butcher this name. But I believe I went to high school with her.
That means I did too, but I'm a bit younger than Dan,
yeah.
So I don't know if I met her or not.
And, she's got a story about, one of her friends passed away in a car accident, which is
very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So, here we go. I had a strange experience after Ildiko Peters died. I really hope I said her name right, too. Ildiko, I believe.
Sounds good.
She was born in 82 also. I looked her up, and so she's my age as well. Yeah, unfortunately, she passed away in a car accident in 1998. So, she says a few of us went to where she had her accident, turned the music down, got out of the car, and had a cry. She says, I wonder where her spirit is. Is it where she died? Or with her family? Suddenly, we start hearing the radio turning up. She's in a 98 Neon. She believes, anyway. Like someone was turning up the radio slowly. I said, what the fuck? We opened the car doors, and the music was all the way up. The volume knob turned all the way up to the all the way up position, she said. We turned it down, got out of there, not saying a word to each other on the way home. Freaked me out. My hubby said it must have been a malfunction. I don't know. There's no way. Like, I never even heard of a volume knob turning.
Yeah, I've had volume go up with like a short in the radio, but the knob itself.
Oh yeah, no way.
That's crazy.
If it's
there.
a digital button, that's
yeah,
you can hit
that
it and
could
all of a
stick,
sudden,
especially in like an older car.
But a knob turning, that's pretty weird.
That's very
There's
weird.
no really good explanation besides maybe a spirit turning it up. So yeah, when we opened the doors, she says too, the music was so loud, Casey, her friend, had to reach in and turn it down. It was not a volume we would have driven at. Ildiko, her friend that passed away, was a prankster, so this situation apparently fits her
Possibly
perfectly.
fucking with her friends.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, like, that's pretty awesome. There's no way that was a malfunction. That I could ever, no way.
Now, were they freaked out, does she say?
Oh
when
yeah,
this happened?
like they were. Well, she was freaked out, and they, like she said, they didn't even talk. They were all like, they didn't even talk the way home. The whole way
Really?
home.
That freaked out?
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing I would talk about all the way home.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it.
Well, thank you very much for your
Thank
submission.
you very much, Kristen.
And that is crazy. The knob turning. They didn't see the knob turn, but it obviously had to
Oh
turn.
yeah,
for
they
it to
didn't
go up.
see it, but obviously it did. And I'm sorry if I butchered anybody's names again.
Very interesting. All right, I guess we'll hop into my cousin Nicholas's submission. Now, last episode, I did the first part of it. I might break this into 3 parts. This will be the second part. So I'm just going to start right where he left off. Now, this is my cousin Nicholas. He's out of Woodstock or Cary. They're right by each other. I forget where the hell he lives now. Anyway, here we go with Nicholas's second portion of the story. 12 years go by, nothing. But like I said, I pose a lot of interest in the supernatural. Research and questioning. I would drive an hour and a half to work every day for 4 years. That's a lot of wasted time, so to fill the gap, I would listen to podcasts, documentaries, and tons of YouTube videos. I really hope that he would have been listening to our podcast.
He better.
Yeah. Hopefully he's listening now, but who knows? From ghosts and aliens to science and conspiracies, 4 years. That's a long time and a lot of information, right? So this is when everything really starts. At this point, we are living in Woodstock, Illinois, 6 acres in the country. Long quarter-mile gravel driveway. When we moved into this house, somewhere around town, we heard it was the creepy house. We don't know why, besides the fact that maybe there was a drug bust here and it was vacant for a year or so. But nothing scary or haunted stories, none of that. Anyways, we've already lived there for 5 years or so, and one night, out of the blue, my ears would start ringing in bed. I didn't think anything of it for the first couple nights. I would. I don't know why the hell he isn't.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's just tinnitus.
Tendinitis. Tendinitis?
Tinnitus
Yeah.
is something else.
I thought it might be named.
Tinnitus? We don't know what the hell you're talking about, Nick.
I'm not a
We'll look
doctor.
that up later. Until it started to get worse, like louder and more intense,
Jeez.
reaching the point of this shit's not normal. I want it to stop now. So now I start to get scared. Yes, I would too. Next couple nights, the fear increases. This would only happen in bed, mind you. Now I start to wake up in the middle of the night, which has never happened before. After a couple of nights, I would start to check the times I was waking up at. 4 nights in a row was 3 a.m. on the dot.
Witching hour.
That's the witching hour, yeah. Now I'm even more scared, like opening my eyes every 5 seconds, feeling that liquid rush kind of fear. 3 a.m. was always known to us as the witching hour. Yeah, he knows too. But I try my best to contain this, and I eventually fall back asleep until morning. I check the time the next night. Now they're different. 3:33 on the dot. Next night, now it's 2:22. Then 11:11. Then 3 a.m. again. Then 4:44. Then 3:33.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Then one night, ears blaring, I fall asleep at like 8:30 or so, wake up, check the phone, it's 12 a.m. I fall back asleep, and what feels almost instant, I'm up, wide awake. Ear ring creeps in softly. Seconds later, the ringing then supersonically heightens to immense ear-piercing greatness, and BAM! I wake up totally gasping for air, like my life force was being drained from me, and my vision shifted into what looked like I was looking in a fisheye lens and going in circles.
Jeez.
Hypersensitive to light, feeling, and sound. Then all of a sudden, I'm back to normal. I thought to myself, well then, and fall back asleep. I would be thinking to myself, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, how the fuck are you
I'm
go
never
back
going
to
back
sleep?
to sleep, and I'm parking in a Walmart parking lot, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do next.
Yeah. Jeez.
Then he says, nothing like that happened for quite a long time, maybe a year or so, but still always had the ear ringing, yet not as often after that experience. But still 90% of the time. Not that
90%.
often, but still 90% of the
That's
time.
pretty often.
What the fuck? You almost can't get more often than 90%. You almost can't. Woke up at creepy times every now and then, but yeah, nothing too messed up. But that's really weird. Oh, no, shit. But what's really weird is I learned that I was able to control the ear ringing to some extent. Of course, it would still happen out of nowhere, parentheses, only in bed, parentheses, but was able to make it go to one ear or the other, make it louder or quieter, and sometimes even change pitch.
Wow.
Had no idea why, but nonetheless made me super curious. Did some research and came up empty-handed until I came across a YouTube video of this guy that searched for demons, I guess, or evil spirits. After he said every time he was around one or his equipment went crazy, it was always associated with an ear ring.
I've heard about that before.
Yeah, I have not, actually. And he was the only one I've ever heard about talk about it. A little bit too many abouts there, Nick. We're going to have to talk through it.
That's all right.
Just joking, Nick. I tried emailing him. He responded, but I never replied back. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I was a little freaked out. I don't know. But later, with more research, I found that it's possible it had to do with lucid dreaming. So then I played with it a little bit. After a while of no weird stuff, I got a little more comfortable. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I can assure you all of this is absolutely true. One night I was laying in bed playing around with it. My body started to vibrate, and I felt waves and waves of the best feeling you could ever imagine.
Sounds like an acid trip.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. The ringing then sounded like it was in the center of my head, and after a little while, it felt like I was floating, and my body was turning inside out,
Whoa.
then back, then inside out, like I was morphing and swirling in and out of time. That sounds like he's going through like dimensions or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really crazy. That's the best I can describe it. Obviously, there's no way I could. You just had to experience something like that for yourself.
I would not want to experience anything while I'm sleeping anyway.
Yeah, and then the ringing, man, 90% of the time.
God.
I've heard about the ringing a lot, but that's
That would drive
in a
me
certain
insane.
part of the country, and then it's still happening to these people. I forgot what the ins and outs and what have you of the story, but it's fucked up. That some people said it might have been living under power lines, but I don't think
I
they
think
were.
I heard. I know what you're talking
Yeah, there's certain people that have it, and that's by going back to the name, tinnitus?
about. Tendonitis.
But tendonitis is something different, isn't it?
I think it might be an ear thing.
It could be. Like I said, we're going to look that shit up. We'll let you know in the next episode. But he says, jumping to the next story, we'll save that for the next episode to keep you guys coming back. And he's got a bonus story at the end, too.
Dang, bonus.
And I talked to him recently. He says there's even more shit that's happening.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Love his
we'll
stories.
get back in contact with Nick there. Thank you very much, Nick. That was riveting. I enjoyed
Very
it.
awesome. Thank you, Nick. Well, I got one from another girl I went to high school with. We both did
Ooh.
it.
Okay, go for it. Dan.
Tanya. So when I lived in Boulder Hill, that's where I'm living at. Old Boulder Hill. It's a part of Oswego, Montgomery. Big old, what do you call it, a subdivision.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest in the state, honestly.
Is it? It's built in the 60s or something where they started it.
50s? Yeah, 50s.
Wow.
I live, like, my house is one of the first built.
Yeah, I used to live there too when I was a kid on Briarcliff. Not too far from you.
But she says we had a super weird shit happen in our house. Creepy noises, odd smells, super rundown feelings. Her Furby was going nuts. And radios and TVs switching channels all by themselves. One night I woke up to see a super creepy, decrepit old man hunched over my mouse cage.
Holy shit.
I made a gaspy noise and turned around super fast and hovered over me for a second before I shimmied the covers over me. Then I felt like a weird pressure on my face and I passed out. The next day I woke up and my mouse was on its back and looked like it died of some sort of trauma. Its paws were curled up and its mouth and eyes were wide open. She's like, well, they were wide the fuck open, she said.
That's fucking scary, man.
I have never had anything like that happen before or since, though I did find out that 2 people died there. My grandma's brother by suicide, and a friend of my stepdad's brother overdosed in the basement in the early 80s. Super creepy.
And this motherfucker that she saw hunched over, the old man, is possibly killing animals. That's not very nice.
Yeah, that's not nice at all.
No.
And that's the weird thing, like, well, it's an old, decrepit man, and, well, her grandma's brother, so maybe it could have been him. I don't know.
Wow, yeah. You would think she would recognize him if did she see the face? I can't remember if she said it.
I doubt. No, she didn't say that. But
well, I hope it ain't him. What an asshole.
Yeah, like, that's some creepy shit.
Yeah, that's the creepiest one we got so far. Old man hunched over, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
yeah.
And then does she still live in Boulder Hill?
No, I don't know where she's living. She's around town somewhere.
I'd eat the fuck out of that house, man.
Oh, God.
I can't handle old men.
Oh, yeah, especially, yeah.
Dead old men killing my fucking animals.
I'd be pissed and fucking creeped at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time.
another Walmart situation for me. I'm fucking out of there.
Get up in that parking lot. I was going to, well, that's all thank you, Tanya.
Yeah, thank you very
Big
much,
time.
Tanya. Appreciate that.
I was going to ask you, now that we're on, well, what's your favorite cryptid?
Well, that's a good question. Well, when I was younger, that's when I first started getting into it. I started reading, like, I think it was 4th grade. I go to the library, get books on Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and all that. So at that time, it was Loch Ness Monster was my favorite thing. But then I got interested in it, and then this is before all the documentaries started coming out, at least that I know of.
Right.
And then when I got older, they started coming out about Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot, and then I started watching them, getting more interested in it. And I'd have to say now my favorite would probably be Mothman. That's like the most interesting one that I've come across so far.
Yeah, I was into Loch Ness, but I don't think it exists.
Yeah, I'm not as interested in that anymore. It might have been logs from the pictures I saw. Who knows? Maybe a big eel.
They would have found something.
Are there eels in Ireland? I don't even know.
Yeah, but people always show that one photo.
Yeah, that's that
but
one
it's totally
photo.
fake.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep showing it.
I think they admitted to someone said it was fake.
It's totally fake. But they keep showing it on the documentaries to freak people out.
Yeah, I hear other stories, but it's not as interesting as these other ones. Like, what's your favorite one?
Well, I would say skinwalkers are definitely...
Oh, yeah, skinwalkers. Wow.
Definitely one of my favorites. Just,
they encompass everything, like paranormal, it seems like.
Pretty much, and they morph into...
Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah, that place is awesome. There's a show, too. I would recommend people checking it out. There's weird things going on over there.
Very weird.
And, they skinwalk... They don't even show really skinwalkers. They just show a lot of weird shit that's going on there.
Oh, yeah. I heard some of the
awesome
stuff. I haven't got too in-depth with it, but, yeah, it's some freaky shit.
I would say the all-time favorite is Bigfoot. I still want to believe, but I was going to say, too, there's a theory that Bigfoot is an alien.
I've heard that. They're aliens, yes.
And have a cloaking mechanism. That's why you can never see them. You might hear them and they do this and that, but that's one reason why nobody sees
Well,
them.
there's a documentary on Amazon. It's like, I think it's called Missing 411, and I think that's what it's called, something like that. And some lady's got a picture of it. It's like a predator cloaking device.
Okay.
And it's in the trees, and you can see some blurriness of some animal, and not animal, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And we're just watching her. She was like hunting or something, and she's in one of those hunting booths up in the tree.
Right.
And it was just watching her. And obviously, I think she got the fuck out of there after that, because I would too. But she took a picture of it. You could see it in the documentary.
I did hear a story. I don't know where I heard it, but this guy was hunting, like, and he fell out of his fucking tree thing, whatever.
Whatever the hell it is.
I'm not a hunter, but
yeah, me either.
but he fell out and like broke his legs or something.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't think he even hit the ground. He hit a branch.
Drinking and hunting is bad, folks.
Yeah, I don't think
So
he was
don't
drinking,
do
but
it.
either way, he fell out, and he says that he was lifted out off the branch by a female Bigfoot.
Oh, so not drinking, he got attacked.
Well, he didn't get attacked. This is the thing. She was like saving him.
So this was after he fell?
Yeah, after he fell.
Oh, after he fell. I
After
got
he
you.
fell, and apparently this Bigfoot lifted him out of the tree, and then started like made him what do you call it? Suckle on her
Teat?
teat.
What the
yeah, I know it's fucking strange as fuck. Totally.
That is strange, but how did
Yeah.
he break his fucking legs? Did he hit the branch?
I could be wrong about that, but or I think he might have been his back. He just messed up his back. Really
Okay.
bad. Yeah, not his legs.
The main takeaway is he suckled from her teat.
Yeah, and
What the
dude
fuck?
was saying it tasted really bad and blah, just like, and apparently he saw like Daddy in the background, like, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, dude, that's my son's teat, dude.
Whether
What
it's
the
real
fuck?
or not, it's freaking crazy. When that blew my mind when I heard
That is blowing my mind currently.
it. Right?
Would you see that on?
I can't remember, but I was like, what the
That's
fuck?
really fucked up. At least she's nurturing, though, I guess, right?
Yeah,
That's
she's
one
trying to
good
heal
thing.
him back, and then I guess he sat there for a while by the tree, and then finally he didn't come home, and then I guess he told his family where he was in general hunting, and then they finally found him.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sure fucking hairy alien milk ain't going to help his back,
I don't
but
think I'd want any
whatever.
of that either.
That's a good... I like that little story there. I don't know what the fuck to think of that.
I don't know what to make of it, true or not, but it's still weird as
That
fuck.
is weird. It's not weird. It's strange.
I got another thing I heard on the news.
This is
the
our
other day.
first strange news
Strange
segment.
News. Strange news.
Strange news. Strange news.
It's not even really paranormal or anything, but you may have even heard it. Recently, some lady was sleeping, I guess, and she was by herself.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I've heard the story from
And a meteor went crashing through her roof, landed on the pillow right next to her.
right next to her fucking head,
Yeah.
apparently.
And she had debris up, but apparently, like, she was woken up seconds before this happened by the dog. That dog sensed it.
Yeah, so that's kind of paranormal.
I guess so, yeah.
Dogs sensing things before it happens. I've heard that before.
Like, imagine, I'm like, that's crazy. This is real too. Like,
yeah.
it's all over the place, I guess.
Well, it's someone at least submitted the story and that not
Yeah.
fucking around.
Inches away from her head, a meteor.
But the dog barking beforehand, I've heard
Yeah.
about that. They can sense storms coming or
Yeah,
hurricanes
they
or
could sense
something.
a lot of weird anything going on. That blew my mind too.
Yeah, that blows my mind. And luckily, her husband or whoever was not in bed
Yeah, if anybody else is there, they'd be dead.
because he'd have a fucked up face now, and that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the strange news for the day.
Strange news, strange news. I stole that from somewhere. I can't remember what. We'll have a whole segment later with a whole theme song and everything, I would imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not the theme song I just hummed, hopefully, but we'll see how much time we have. So we're at 26 minutes. I don't think we have anything else. We do, but if we go into it, it's going to be like an hour-long episode. We want to kind of spread out our stories until we get more stories. Like I always say, we need stories submitted from you people.
Ales and strange tales
at gmail.com.
That's the letter N.
That's the letter N, guys. The title of the show with at gmail.com. And I guarantee we'll have a phone number at some point.
We'll have something.
Call it in. Let us know.
And I want to let you know, this episode was brought to us by May Pop Tires. Because the motherfuckers may pop.
You never know. You never know. And that's our first sponsor. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. We have more sponsors coming in. They're flooding in, folks.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe how much they're flooding in.
It's crazy.
But I guess we're pretty popular. What do you guys think? Anyway, there's a comment section. I hope there's a like button. Let us know what the hell we're doing, if we're doing it well.
5 stars works very well.
5 stars. It's pretty much the only option you have.
Yeah.
So click it.
Click it.
And we have a Facebook coming. We have a YouTube coming. And then
Probably a Reddit, too, maybe even.
we have a Reddit coming in. We're going to start doing some investigations. I just bought a spirit box. I like to say they're very overpriced. I spent $100 on this little piece of plastic, but we're going to utilize it. We're going to see how it does. And there's some hacks you can do, but I heard those are bad and they take away from the ways you can contact spirits with it.
No, you don't
so I'm not going to fuck with it yet.
Yeah.
We're going to test it out, see how it works.
Hit some graveyards. What do you got, your cousin's barn or some shit?
Yeah, my uncle has a house and warehouse he's fixing up in Millington. The warehouse, it's a big warehouse, and a portion of it is the original blacksmith building of Millington.
Wow.
So we're going to be conducting a podcast in that, in the upstairs portion of that at night. I'm assuming before Halloween this year of 2021, but it depends on our timetables and
see how it goes.
If my cousin's going to be there. But we pretty much did 30 minutes, so I guess thanks for tuning in. We'll be coming out with episode 3 next week. I'm Chris Moyers.
Dan Stickney.
Cheers.
Cheers.